All good, all good. So we got Plastic Poptart versus Streakz, loser semis, or semis, I should say. Little player cam. Got these beautiful gentlemen. And we got the first game going on Smashville. So these guys have played before. I believe last time they actually came across each other, Streakz just about won it, I believe. And that was in grand finals as well. Which is quite good for Streakz. I think that was the first time he'd ever beaten Poptart in tourney. But this is said to be a really bad matchup for Mario as well. I don't know if Poptart actually went to Lucina when they did last play. But it's looking like it's quite dominant for Tim at the moment. He's boxing Mario out with fairs, neutral airs, F-tilts when he's trying to catch him up from the ledge. Which is very good. He's kind of just have to respect the space which Lucina and Marth usually give. Considering they're the two characters who are very hard to jump in on. Just because disjoints. And with Mario being a character who doesn't have much range, it's a very bad spot. Probably try to catch tech in place or maybe a non-tech. Being near the ledge, F-smash would cover tech roll in, tech get up, and tech roll back. Which would have been a very bad spot for Streakz, but he DIs off stage and gets away for free. And that F-smash punish is going to take that first stock. Surprising that it actually reaches, but it does actually have a longer distance than even Marth's F-smash. Goes for the high recovery, does get a bit of damage from the little nibble on the up B. But again, saying that, it's not all over. Catches him with the up smash. The Streakz went for the back air, got punished for it because disjoints, boys. So it's not far behind for Poptart. Just goes in for the dash side B. Gets a solid amount of damage. Converts with the combo from down throw to fair. Just true at that percent. In a very bad spot though, being above Mario, especially when you don't have a double jump, or if you don't want to burst your double jump as well. Very scary spot, especially because he's going to try and cover your landings as much as possible. Try and convert off of a re-grab or a reset situation. Spacing him out with fairs. I mean, Mario can't really do anything to that unless if he power shields it. Poptart pushing his advantage even more. Doesn't get the edge guard, but does manage to rack on a bit of damage and return to neutral fairly safely, but it gets in a bad spot. Streakz went for the forward smash there. He would have taken that stock. That would have been his first game, but he decides to play it safe, which is respectable if he timed it wrong. But I've been put in a bad spot. You don't really want to do that at those high percents, especially when you want to win. And you do get blustered every now and again, but Poptart feeling quite confident with that up B, does miss it. Streakz not going for the punish on the back air. Did seem like it wasn't spaced very well, but he didn't get punished for it majorly. Percents are roughly still even. Jump from the ledge, so it's a bad spot. Poptart decides not to go back towards the ledge, and that loses him his first game. Which means that it is 1-0 so far. Streakz is up. Poptart, I don't know how dominant he usually is when playing against Streakz, because I haven't watched too many of their sets, but let's hope he can bring it back, make more of an interesting set if he can. Opts for Dreamland, which is a commendable pick. Marius can still do some of his grab setups, but he's probably looking to box him out with the use of the platforms. Space drift back nair, which works really well against Mario. Yeah, he doesn't really have an option to that when he's near the ledge. Doesn't have the room to dash back. Doesn't want to risk spot dodging, getting caught by the second hit. Doesn't want to risk rolling, getting caught by a potential roll punish. Goes for the rising air dodge to the nair landing. See, look at that. That's relatively safe. Those nairs on, like, the tipper of the nairs are relatively safe against Mario. Just because of his rage. Or his range, I should say. Catches him with the fair on his dash animation. Didn't have enough time to shield. But he was probably going for, like, the skid animation. Probably as a juke to get in on Mario. Tries to go for the edge guard. Just about missed it. But I'm surprised I actually caught the counter because of the range which he was at. But the disjoint on Mario's up B is pretty huge. Pretty huge. Gets in on the jab 1 with punish. Doesn't convert off a bit heavily, but at this point, with the amount of rage which Poptart has, a grab up throw will definitely kill him. So Streakz is very scared of getting up. Might be a very bad spot, so he's just kind of waiting it out, looking for a very risky option, but just goes for it and then rolls back on stage. And he's very patient. Bad spot. He could have dived off of Poptart. Doesn't really get anything off that, but Poptart goes for the bear, and that's going to take his first stock. It's not too far behind. Then again, saying that, it is looking like Poptart's pushing his lead a bit more. He likes to go for those really pushy edge guards. The kind where he pushes his advantage a lot more. Those down tilts, that did seem relatively unsafe just because of how close he was to the ledge as well. Streakz probably scouting for an air dodge to maybe punish with an up smash. Doesn't get it. Yep, so he's going for those up smashes now. Punishes the up smash. See, Streakz is probably fishing a bit too much now. But then, I guess moving away from Lucina, you just end up losing stage control or losing more stage control, and that fair might actually kill Mario, and it did. So that is game 2 going to the plastic Poptart, which is 1-1 at the moment. Anticipating that FD has probably been banned, in which case I reckon still free. In which case I reckon Smashville might be the option which they'll go for. Oh no, Battlefield might be the choice. Let's see. It's risky because Streakz doesn't want to go for the skids. They do mess up with the timing for trying to get in, but if Poptart commits a dash rising full hop fair, he's gonna catch him. So it's risky. Maybe space bears, exactly like that. That's what got him in. Added a bit of pressure. It didn't convert off of it very well, but I mean, he got a bit of damage. He's still got the lead at the moment. And then again, saying that he's about to lose it, no, he's still maintaining it. And this is where he pushes his advantage a bit more. Probably wanted to drift off stage and go for the fair. Gets the dash attack instead. Poptart goes for the jump, but Streakz timing it a bit too early. Doesn't get the punish. A fair from Streakz. That was quite ballsy. Not really something I would have expected from him at least. But he's been doing that a lot today. I saw him doing it a lot in doubles. But then again, doubles, you get all the kerfuffles happening, so it's a bit sketchy. This stage is really good for Poptart, I reckon, though, if he manages to get Mario on one of the platforms, because spacing with fairs, that pressure where you can space back air if you want to up tilt, you can be relatively safe. Pressure Mario to commit into a jump. Tries to push his advantage, anticipating the evasive option, but doesn't get anything major for it, and he commits to that fair, doesn't get heavily punished. Streakz could have gone for the turnaround up smash, and it would have killed him as well. Tomahawk grab. Put him in a bad spot. Streakz bursts his double jump, goes for the hard read up smash, doesn't get anything off it. Streakz trying to catch the landing, but doesn't commit heavily. The back air is putting Poptart in a bad spot off stage. Up air. For those of you who don't know, Battlefield, because of the lip, you can kind of commit to aerial attacks cutting through the ledge onto stage and clipping your opponent. Going really deep. And the back hit of upbeat, catching Streakz. He's now in a really bad spot, and that fair is going to take stock 1. It's not behind for Streakz by a long shot, but he can take it. Probably any of Mario's aerials near the edge will kill. Down air should kill if it's the final hit. Go for a grab. Probably could have gone for the jab, actually, but I guess low percent, didn't want to risk it in case he missed it. So Poptart's probably pressing an advantage now, or wants to at least. That back throw, will it kill with rage? No, just about, because of Battlefield's large blast zones, horizontally and vertically. Ooh, goes for the back air, but that's where it's really good. Space back air gives you the option if your opponent does roll in, covering it with an air. So that was a really good reaction from... and Streakz is dead. So that is the game. That was so fast. He just went off stage to catch him. And I'm guessing he caught his double jump as well. Looked really bad for him there. So to update the scores, that was 2-1. Which means that we are moving on to a losers finals, which will happen after semi-finals have actually played from between Zone and Kibzu.